Oratrice!
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Furina! No, I still need answers.
You can make sense of it. But then it feels like...
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
We're...
All Fontainians were originally created by the evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial... Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved...
Indeed.
Yeah! And it follows from the content of the first slate. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged
the Hydro Archon's true sin.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to...
Yeah! Isn't the image here just like when... So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also fall? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much... However, while you were able to decode all the information on the... When we were at the ruins, I tried to just... Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make an... I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Arch. However, even though water as an element is intricate, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiar. She poured primordial seawater into the ocean. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true hit.
So you...
That's way too much information for me. I think... Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to...
This really might be too much information for your...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. A key point of the visual on the third slate, they have not been dissolved, which implies the nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the You may also recall Navia's experience. When she... Therefore, the meaning that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Arch. Yes, it refers to our...
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying, in truth, everything we've done has happened...
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth...
Traveler, I would like to point out another... About the fourth slate. You probably... However, I believe that rather than being as for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe it will... This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root...
That doesn't sound quite...
It was both dream and reality.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be...
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does not belong to Teyvat. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea. And once it has finished consuming all...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids...
Precisely. That whale finds the... Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided...
We just barely managed to push it back, right?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that from the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature...
That battle maniac. We've always known that anyway. Now that we know that this whale is...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before even if the entirety of Teyvat were to be destroyed, it could...
That's not something We've already done everything we can, and we've come so far. You can't just...
Indeed. That's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end. No matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy, yes. Just as prophecies are usually only the... Ultimately, fate shall...
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Furina! No, I still need answers.
You...
Sorry. That shocked
You are not Furina.
the sweet sound of bewilderment.
Fusolo.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. The heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly prince?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively... She knew full well that the prophecy... And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly... So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. I had to outwit the heavenly principles. I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreamed. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I...
So you were also once one of the Oceanids?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do. Even now, after becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive. The me you see before you now is that divinity. She could feel joy, sorrow, and her strengths were of a kind, but in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human. Anyway, so then all part of the plan, of course. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera. I suppose now you probably understand.
But Furina is only human. Even though she has had a long life, I cannot be.
It has indeed. And it's been 500, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to stay. Oh, do not jest. I am Focalor, the eyes of countless Fontainian. Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Committed to memory.
Silent justice is blindsided. Be sanctified.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards! Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Furina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before.
Wait a moment. You're... mirror me?
Mirror you.
Mirror me?
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people will all be dissolved into the water.
Oh.
What's going on? I can't...
Yes, it will.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die?
Oh, don't worry. I will tell you how to save everyone.
Oh, so there, as for the suffering, but if the prophecy will, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine.
I suppose this would also... Huh? Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well.
Play as...
That's right. You must be... If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of
But how will I do that?
Don't worry. What you must do is being a human yourself. I'm sure... Remember, you're true...
I'm still not... So, how long...
To accomplish this mission, but I promise you...
A trial, huh? The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. What should I say to most appear like a god? Ladies, and I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a as the god Focalor, the god of justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have this... I thought I might stammer, but...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Right. Mirmi said that calm down, Furina. Think. Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to... Well, it seems that you would. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. Now then, let us be...
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were in...
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. That, my dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep fit. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. There is no trouble in this world that so long as I, the Archon Focalor...
Yes! Oh, yeah!
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
Come now, was I not just... Besides, none...
If I may be so impertinent...
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous...
That's true, I fear I lack...
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duty.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say.
No need to thank me. All right. Deuteria, is it?
He is doing much better now. In fact...
Oh, good. Very good.